Hello. I mean, this is the second time I do it. The first time I actually did the recording, and I did this for half an hour until I discovered that I did not push the record button. But that's okay. Maybe the second time is better. My name is Mobile Basie. I'm a professor of architecture here at Oklahoma State University School of Architecture, one of the best, if not the best school of architecture in the world. Yes, many people say I have an accent, but I don't think so. Actually, I sound very, 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 very normal. Anyway, but I teach actually design studio, and I also teach drawing. It's fascinating. And you're probably wondering, why do I need to know about drawing? I just want to do architecture. Let me tell you why. It's really very simple. And that's because architects design by using their mind. And then what they do is they communicate their design intent through drawing. Yes, amazing. This is what we do. So no matter whatever you want to design, usually you conceive it in your melon, and then later on, what you do is you sit down and you draw it to communicate it. You have to communicate it with your consultants. You have to communicate it with your clients. You have to communicate it with the city. You have to communicate it with the board. You have to communicate it with your with your grandparents. You have to communicate it with your grandkids. You have to communicate it with everybody. It's really fascinating. I forgot the light. Oh, let there be light. It is amazing. So why we do it is because we want to communicate. Don't forget, it's extremely important. In addition to that, is that architects tend to actually have very little time to do everything, because what we do is very intense and it takes forever to finish. And that's because the process is lengthy. After you've done all this thinking, after you've done all these meetings, you have to come and actually just summarize it. And you have to distill it. And eventually you have to draw it to communicate it. This is what it takes. So what happens for the longest time is that we used to communicate via a particular drawing skill called, or technique. It's called gesture drawing. Gesture is actually just using shading. For example, you can actually draw this particular line, even though it doesn't exist, really, lines don't exist. But what it is that there is a color here and this is lighter. So I can actually shade this little bit darker, indicate the fact that this is lighter, this is darker. And all of a sudden, neck in a sweatshirt. Fascinating. But architects thought, this is taking forever. There must be a better way. What do? Let me tell you what. Let's just abstract this particular relationship via a line. It's fascinating. And all of a sudden, instead of actually spending 300 hours trying to actually find the exact value difference between my neck and my shirt, all you have to do is just one line. It's fascinating. And that particular drawing technique, it's called what? Contour drawing. Contour as in edges. This is what it works. Is it okay? Fantastic. I would like to share with you some of the work that I do just to establish credibility, because many of you are like, who are you to tell me this? This is ridiculous. Show me some of your work. So I would like to share some of it with you. Hang in there. Share screen. This. See, I invented the white paper. It's really amazing. It's everything you put here disappears. Look, I'm going to put my hand. And now it comes. Very nice. No, let me show you. This is actually a sketch of myself. I did that for you just this morning so that you can actually be, yeah, it's very quick. Whenever you look at this, I might just give you instructions. You're going to be actually instructed on drawing for Grandparent University by a person. Do you think that he is a boy or a girl? Definitely a boy. Does he have what? A mustache? He definitely have lips. And he's wearing glasses and he's got actually red cheeks. Yellow hair. No, this is for effect. It's fascinating. And then it took me about 5 seconds to do this. Look what I did. This is some of the designs that I actually do for buildings here on campus. but they decide not to do them because they are very radical. I don't think there's anything radical about it. What's their problem? It's fantastic. But this is actually what it is, a contour drawing. It's fascinating. This is me, and this is my wife, Suzanne. Fascinating. Let me show you another one. Oh, look at this one. I've always wanted actually the School of Architecture to float and to fly. This way we can go anywhere we want. See this one right here? It's a building that has got wings and it flies with the birds. I suggested that to President Hargis and he thought I was crazy. No, President Hargis is amazing. I love him. Oh, look at this one right here. Those were done in ink. Did you notice? This one is done in graphite. We don't like to call it pencil. It's graphite. But look at the way that it is modulated. That was actually contour drawing. This one right here, it's called gesture. It is value. Did you notice? It has got a lot of value modulation. Dark, light, lighter, darker, lighter, stuff like that. As usual, this is me. Next to me is what? Suzanne, my beautiful wife. It's fascinating. And the key to doing all of this, believe it or not, is what? Practice. And I just showed you what I did yesterday, for example. Yesterday, I get a lot of these from bank first. I should not say that. Anyway, but what they do is that they send me a lot of mail, and instead of throwing this away, I just use it so that I can practice. See that? Practice, practice, practice. It's very important. Anyway, but right now, I'm going to actually just give you a little tiny exercise. I'm going to do it first for you so that you won't just say, oh, you never give me any instruction. This is ridiculous. And I'm going to do it with actually a pen. Find a pen, piece of white paper, that would be fantastic. Or you can just use a pencil. I don't mind. Make sure if it's a pencil that is a little bit dark. Don't use number 2 or HB. But if that's the only kind you have, that's okay. Don't use a click pencil. That's horrible. You need a real pencil, real old school pencil. The 2B is my favorite, and that's because it is very dark. I'm going to use the pen. Look what happens. This is actually a cup, and I would like you to actually just go and grab a cup. Not right now, whenever I ask you to go. Right now, you're going to watch me to do it. We're going to actually just describe this particular cup. Somebody in outer space from Mars says, oh, you earthlings, what do you use to drink fantastic liquids like coffee? It's like, we use cups. It's like, really? What is a cup? I have no idea. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to communicate a cup with a Martian. What it is that I'm going to draw it as if I am looking at it from the side. And that's called a side view. And look what I'm going to do. I hope that you can see it. Oh, there. And look, I have done this enough times. I've memorized it. This is the top of the table. This is the cup. Look what I do. And this is rounded. This is rounded. This is rounded a little bit. It goes like this. And right here, just the handle. Fascinating. But the Martian might not be able to understand that this is a curved surface. So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually add some contour lines right here. I actually squeeze them towards the curve, relax them, and squeeze them some more towards the curve. And all of a sudden, it is a curved, but hold on a second. Did you notice? It's like 2D. So this is a side view. On top of it, I'm gonna communicate, but it is from the top view. Very nice. And look what I'm gonna do. Did you notice? I use a lot of construction lines. I'm not afraid to use them. And this. And it has got another circle. I get it. And then this is the what? Make sure it lines up. Oh my God, that's it. But hold on a second. This is curved. Look at it. And this is called the top view. In addition to that, maybe like a 3D drawing, it would be very nice. But many of you is like, I don't know how to draw this in 3D. Let me give you a good technique. Don't tell anybody that I gave that to you. So look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually take a pencil and I'm gonna draw a rotated square underneath it. is another rotated square. I'm gonna cross the diagonals and I'm gonna fit a circle inside the square and another circle inside the bottom square, and I'm gonna connect them. No. Oh yes, that's the technique. And now look what I'm gonna do with ink. This is the second one. Ay, ay, ay. And this goes down and it turns. It goes like this and it goes like this. And right here is where I'm gonna do the what? The handle. Handle goes like this and it goes like that. That's the thickness of the handle. Whoa, that's really not right. It is. Look. And to show that this is round, is I add these contour lines. Look, they happen here on the outside, and here they happen on the inside. And now this is called perspective. See that? It's really this simple. Hey, you want to be adventurous? You can always add the what? Did you notice? This is not scribbles, that's called a sketch. It's a very quick drawing. It's fascinating. And right here, oh my God, this is it. And you fill it with what? Coffee. Fantastic. We're gonna do the same thing. If you don't mind, don't share. Every participant does one. So you need a piece of paper, you need a pen, you need a pencil, and you need to get together. And don't be afraid to help each other. And you need to do a cup. Just go and get a cup. And you're gonna do one looking at it from the side, looking at it from the top, and looking at it from the 3D. This means like you're hovering above it in a helicopter. It's fascinating. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. So please pause this recording and you come back in about 10 minutes and hopefully you are done. And I will just give you some pointers and words of advice. Ah, the 10 minutes are gone already? I did not know that. That was so quick. Anyway, I'm so glad you did it. Probably some of you did a great job at it. And some of you probably thought, oh my God, that's the hardest thing ever. I cannot do it in 10 minutes, but you actually can. The secret to it is number one, is perseverance. You need to go over it again and again and again and again and again until it becomes just second nature to you. That's what you do. It's really this simple. Some of you might even say, hey, I don't want to study architecture. I want to be an engineer. I want to become actually an economist. I want to become a botanist. But drawing is extremely important for everything. And that's because it's a language. I'm communicating with you verbally. You can hear me. You can actually understand me. But if I come up with something that is so novel, you've never seen that before, such as a cup of coffee, is all I have to do is say, you know what? Instead of actually drinking the coffee from the can, what we need to do is put it inside some kind of a something called a cup. It's like, oh, Mo, what is a cup? And we can go, a cup is this. Aha, this is how it looks like from the side. This is from the top, and this is what it is. And the Martian will go, what's this for? So that you can hold it. Oh, see that? This is how it works. So, number two is that please do me a favor, avoid doing scribbly lines. You really need to look at the object, understand it, and then afterwards, you know that if this line is going to be a curve or it's going to be a straight line. There is no reason to like messing around and just go over it 1, twice, 3 times, 4 times, just one time. Be very efficient. It is really this simple. It's fascinating. Last but not least, here is the thing. Is that, is it easy? For some. Is it hard? Probably for some too. You probably thought, oh no, that was really hard. It was not as easy. Or maybe after you are done, It's not pretty, but however, it's communicative. Eventually, we will actually evaluate it by how communicative it is. Maybe it's not very beautiful, but it's communicative, if that makes sense. This is how it works. What matters is communication. It's a new language you're going to learn. So I hope this was encouraging for you, and I hope that you will decide to come to architecture, the mother of all arts and sciences. What is so fascinating about architecture is that we do engineering, we do science, and we do art, and we do the humanities all in one crucible. It's called architecture. Again, don't forget, is you take the photographs of what you did and send it to me via email. My email is mohd.bilesi@okstate.edu. Here it is. Oh, this is sideways. Hey, you know what you can do? Go to our website. You will find me. I can't wait to see them. And don't worry, I will give you some good feedback. It's very fantastic. I'm so glad that you are here. These are precarious times. They will pass, you know. Please don't forget to wear your mask. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. And I love you very much. Bye. Bye. Go Pokes!